You see, it don't matter if you're doing the witchcraft spell work personally, or if you're paying money to go to a doctor, to witch doctor, voodoo priest, or whoever you're going to. It don't matter who you're paying to get that work done on somebody. What you need to understand is that work that you either doing personally, or the work that you're spending money on to these witch doctors to do work on people, that work is always going to go back to you. And that doctor, whoever you went to spend money to do the work, is going back to them, or is going back to you. It always does. And the thing is that if it don't get you, right? If you start dipping and dabbling with all this witchcraft to do it on people, or paying these people to do things on people, if it don't get you, or if it don't get them, it's always going to skip you, and it's going to go to your children, or it's going to go to your loved one, whoever. But that work is always going to go back to you. And that's the thing. When the work is broken, it's going to be worse on you and that person who did it than what it was on that person whoever did the work on that person. It's always gonna come back worse to you. Always. It never fails. And you see, the thing is that you don't know who is who out here. You really don't. You don't know who is who. You don't know whose spiritual rankings is out here. People got spiritual ranks out here. Best believe that in the spirit realm, there are the fallen angels and all that. They know who y'all are in the spiritual. You know what I'm saying? They are ranks. But they know, even though you're on this journey trying to figure out who you are, but there's rankings in the spiritual realm. So there are people who got high rankings, low rankings. Some of y'all don't even know that. Y'all got high rankings as well. Like there's people who don't know. But your name is ringing bells in the spiritual realm, ladies and gentlemen. And the thing is like, this is why you just can't just be doing anything to anybody out here. Especially messing with that stuff, because you don't know who are earth angels. You don't know who are light workers. You don't know who are seers. They're spiritual people. You don't know who is who. And on top of that, you definitely don't even know who the Most High has favor on, or who the Most High chose to do certain things, or who the Most High has his hands on. For many are called, but few are chosen. And there are a lot of people in this world that you don't know who's protected by the Most High, or who his eyes is really on. And people who's out here trying to do work on people. However, y'all don't know who people are out here in the spiritual realm. And it's not pretty, the work. Even the scripture tells you, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. Even the scripture tells you that. So it does not matter if the kind of witchcraft you're doing specifically. It don't matter. It don't matter if you're doing love spells on somebody, if you're doing spells to try to get into somebody's mental. It don't matter if you're trying to sabotage them financially, or trying to ruin them, or beauty spells, or there's so many ways to do witchcraft on people, right? But the thing is that y'all going against the rules, right? Because there are spiritual rules. And y'all out here thinking that y'all going to get away with that. You don't know who are spiritual people. And again, even graveyard work, trying to give diseases to people through witchcraft, illnesses, deaths, love spells, making them go mental. There's a whole bunch of ways. Hair, clothing, items, curse. There's so many ways, right? That people are trying to do certain things. Altars, shrines, pictures with the person doing prayers. It don't matter the kind of spell work and witchcraft that you're trying to do. It does not matter. You know what I'm saying? Especially when the Most High is using people, and when people are spiritual out here, because again, the Most High will allow you to feel if there's spiritual attacks or works trying to come your way. He's going to warn you, but he's also going to let you feel certain things. I already told you, when you feel certain things in your body, you already know that there's a work trying to be done. And the prayer, all you got to do is rebuke, bind it, send back to senders in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. You block it, you bind it, you rebuke it, you send it back. Prayer is powerful, right? And again, no weapon formed against you is going to prosper. So it does not matter the work that people are trying to do. The witchcraft, the spell work is always going to go back to you when you try to do it on an individual. Especially if y'all trying to do magic and spells on people for the wrong reasons too. If you're trying to do it for nefarious reasons on a person's life, to try to destroy their life, but you ain't doing it physically, so you went to the spirit realm to do something to somebody, harm, and you don't even know who this person is in the spiritual realm, it's going to end bad for you. And whoever's the people involved in that too, it always ends bad. And you're always going to feel it. Spiritual people, you're going to feel it, you're going to rebuke it, you're going to bind it. Glass is always going to break. That's how you know a job is broken. Sweep it backwards. It doesn't matter the job. It don't matter. Now here's another thing. For all of those who are going to witch doctors and voodoo priests and all this stuff, paying money to get jobs done on people. Here's the thing, right? Because especially with prayers, you can block, you can bind, you can also have your enemies in confusion. You know, if people try to get readings done on you, going to these tarot card readers and all that, you could have the enemy blind, have no ears to hear, have no mouths to speak. You can have them have messages spread differently. Yeah, they don't know what to say. Prayer is very powerful. You can pray all of it in your mind, see? But the Most High will give you spiritual discernment. See, when you're spiritual, you're going to feel something's wrong. Attacks. I already explained in my video how you feel if there's an attack. And you're going to see the monitoring spirits, the familiar spirits, especially with spiritual discernment. You see the faces that people make. It don't matter if they're known or unknown. You're going to catch everything out here. See? But some people don't know that. You know? So, for those who go to witch doctors, who want to spend money going to these people so they can get jobs done on people to do harm, or whatever the kind of work is. You see what a witch doctor, a witch or a warlock, whoever you're going to, what they're not going to tell you is, yes, they're going to take your money, but what they're not going to tell you is that they communicate with the spirits that they're using, right? Because the spirit realm is real. So whatever spirits, fallen angels and all that, whatever spirits they're using to have them, you know, they gotta summon and do the work, that spirit is going to give them a warning about that individual, whoever you are trying to get that work done on. This is what they're not going to tell you. Witch doctors, warlocks and all that, they're not going to tell you this. No, they're just going to rather take your money, but they're not going to tell you this. So what happens is that spirit is going to tell that witch doctor, especially if the Most High is protecting you, protecting that person who they're trying to do the work on. Because again, the Most High is the creator of everything. He's in charge. That spirit is going to warn that doctor or whoever you're paying the money to go get the work done on that person. That spirit is going to warn that person, the actual doctor, and tell that person who they're in cahoots with or who they summon, so that way they can try to prepare the job or whatever it is that they pay the money for. And they're going to tell that doctor, whoever the persons are, do not do any work on he or she. They can't be touched, off limits. The Most High is in charge. Who you think has to go and ask God to do things to people? In the book of Job, the devil went up to heaven to speak to God about Job, to do something, and God allowed him to do certain things, but not everything. These spirits as well are in cahoots with the people who you're paying for, and also who you're doing work even individually. These spirits, they know who's in charge. But again, the witch doctor is not going to tell you this. They are already warned. They are already warned not to do it against the individual. So what do? Of course they take your money. They're gonna do the job, but they're gonna act like they do the job, but they're not gonna do it on that person. They're gonna do it on you. Suppress it on you. Or do it in a certain way to make it look like, you know, try to suppress things or keep it in a certain way. Then you're wondering and always constantly running back to the doctor, right? Trying to find out information and all this stuff. Give me an update, an update, an update, an update. What's going on? I don't know what's going on. Can I get an update? They can't tell you. They already been warned and know not to touch the individual that you wanted to get that work done on, he or she. They've been warned by the spirits that they conjured up, but they're not going to tell you. They're going to continue to take your money and continue to keep doing these works to make it seem like, oh, I don't know. It takes time. It takes time. That's what they're going to tell you. That's what they're going to tell you. So that way they don't get hit with anything when it comes back. Because they know that the work is going to come back to the sender. It always does. Especially when it's spiritual people, when it's with the Most High, because the Most High has the final say. And people who spiritual can feel when there's works being done, and all they got to do is rebuke it, bind it. They know how to pray and send things back to senders. It's a wrap. So what they're going to do, they're going to do certain works to protect themselves and make sure it goes back to you. Yeah. This is what happens. So it don't matter if you're doing the witchcraft by yourself or if you're going to people paying the money to get jobs done on people and readings. It's always going to come back to you or them. Exactly. You have to be very careful out here with people because you really don't know who is who. Ask for spiritual discernment from the Most High. When you ask him for spiritual discernment, you're going to see who the monitoring spirits are. The familiar spirits, the monitoring spirits from family, from people who you know, who you don't know. You're going to see how people move out here. Again, there are people who are spiritual, there are people who is not. You know, and sad to say, the ones who get hit most with this kind of witchcraft and magic is the ones who are the non-believers, the carnal, the ones who are not spiritual. They're the ones who get hit with all this stuff. Witchcraft is real. Spirit realm is real. It's real. And there are people walking out here who the Most High has his hands on. There are people out here as well that the Most High has favor on, chose. There are people who are divinely protected out here, light workers, earth angels. You ain't gonna know that. And people are out here trying to do spell work on just anybody or try to treat anybody a certain way. Y'all better get spiritual. This is why you don't treat anybody any kind of way or try to do magic on people. Because it's going to go back to you. It always does. And it's not pretty. It's horrible. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know what happens. But the work, it's not pretty when it gets back to the sender. It's not. Because everything that you try to do to that person, to whatever witchcraft, magic, prayer, and all that, it's going to be reversed and sent back. That's exactly what it is. So yeah, think about that. Again, I really suggest, like, even if somebody's being mean to you or around you doing certain things you don't like and all that, yo, just walk away. Walk away. Don't treat anybody any kind of way. If you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Walk away. Or always keep your words positive and just walk away. Because the spirit realm is real. You don't know who is who out here. But again, ask for discernment, because when you have discernment, you're going to spot monitoring spirits. You're going to see familiar spirits. You're going to see people because they're demons or whatever spirits they're carrying. They get attracted to you. Positivity, energy, frequency. You know what I'm saying? You're going to spot everybody who's operating on high like you, and then you're gonna also attract those who is on low, negative, toxic. You attract everything, but as you're spiritual with spiritual discernment, you are seeing who is who. And this is why you have to be more spiritual and look at things more from a spiritual aspect than physical, because it's more in the spiritual than it is with the physical. But you know, I have to say it, man. Witchcraft and spell work will always return back to senders. Always. It don't matter. It does not matter. So even if you're spending money, man, to go to get works done to these doctors and all that, whoever you're going to get jobs done, trabajos, they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you that they already been warned not to do a certain job on a specific person, because they already start knowing before they do it. They are warned by the spirit that they're going to conjure up. That spirit's going to say he or she is not, don't mess with her or him. Don't touch that person. They're going to know. And that's why they're going to still try to, you know what I'm saying? They're going to take your money. And they're still going to try to act like they're going to do the work, but they're going to do it to you. Just so they won't get hit with it. But then again, that's what I'm saying. A lot of y'all better get spiritual, because, you know, you don't know who is who. Next thing you know, you involved with somebody in a relationship, or you dealing with certain people, or you ended something bad, and somebody could do witchcraft on you. Or somebody could get a job done on you. And because you're carnal, you're not spiritual, and you walking out here just doing what you're doing, they're going to get the works done, or go to these witch doctors to get jobs done on people who's carnal. And those spirits, of course, they know who's carnal, who's not, who's spiritual. They know its rankings. But if that person is not protected in order, they're going to be like, all right, we're going to get that job done. All right, I got you. Pay me. And next thing you know, you're seeing things happening to people who are carnal out here. You're wondering, what's happening to this person? It's witchcraft. It's done. There's work done on these people. That's as real as it gets, man. But there are spiritual ranks. And there are people who are spiritual out here. And the Most High has his hands on people, protecting them. And there's favor that comes from the Most High on certain individuals all over this world. So think about that. Just think about that before you want that. This is why I don't dibble and dabble with that, man. I don't mess with that. I don't. Because it never ends good. Never. Never. It always ends bad for those who want to do work, especially to harm somebody, man. You're doing it in the spiritual realm to harm somebody. It's never going to come back good. Never. So, try your best, you know, to be positive, right? Protect your peace, but don't treat anybody a certain way. Again, if you don't have nothing nice to say to certain individuals, or if somebody's conflicting with you, if you don't waste your energy and your time on negativity, right? Don't respond to it and all that. Keep it brief, especially with certain conversations. Keep it brief, right? But again, don't entertain it. Don't do bad things to somebody. Don't wish harm on people. Don't wish anything bad on people, yo. Just go about your day. Avoid it. Protect your peace. Avoid it. Avoid it. Because again, I don't know who is out here walking that are protected, divinely protected out here, man. I don't know. You best believe when tears start coming down on people's eyes out here and it touches the ground, the Most High's collecting those tears. He's finding out. He sees everything. Yeah. So, man. Please, ladies and gentlemen, always pray for a hedge of protection around you, your loved ones. You know what I'm saying? A hedge of protection, and always protect your peace. Pray for protection. Because it's spiritual out here. It's spiritual warfare. And again, unplug from the Matrix, because this is more spiritual than physical. And I'm going to say this one last time again. Witchcraft and spell work. It doesn't matter what kind of spell work. It doesn't matter the job. It does not matter what it is. I don't care what it is. Powder, potions, charms, sperm, sex spells, love spells, graveyard, death spells, mental spells, sabotage spells, money spells. It don't matter what kind of magic it is. What kind of curse, even through an item, trying to give it to somebody. It does not matter. No weapon formed against you is going to prosper. No weapon. But again, it don't matter the job. that you do personally, or you're paying a person to do a certain kind of job. It don't even matter. Even if you take this kind of job, put it in a jar and throw it in the damn ocean and the sea to the sea spirits and all this stuff, right? The marine kingdom, whoever. It don't matter. One God, one creator. That's it. They all answer to the Most High. There are spiritual rules. And these spirits know. They know who is who. The spirits do. But the people out here trying to get jobs done on certain people and thinking that, oh, yeah, let's do the witchcraft. Let's try this. They don't know. The spirits do. So, yeah, man. The witchcraft and the spell work will always, it's always going to return back to the senders. All of them. It don't matter who they are. It don't matter if it's groups of people, one person. It don't matter. It's gonna be sent back to everybody involved. Everybody doing spell work. Everybody doing chants. Everybody, whatever they're doing, it's going back to them. I don't even want to say 1,000 times worse, because it's higher than 1,000, but it's going to be worse for you and your loved one than it is on the person who you got the job done on. I'm telling you. Unplug from this matrix, man. Stay awake. Stay with the Most High. Pray for a hedge of protection. Ask for Most High for spiritual discernment. Spiritual discernment. And ask Him to expose people's hearts, motives, and intentions around you, from people you know and don't know. And watch what you're going to see when that eye is open. You're going to start seeing from people you know and don't know. They can't hide it from you. Those spirits is going to get revealed from people from you who you don't know and who you know. Most High is going to expose it. He's going to let you see. I'm telling you, it's more spiritual, man. Get with it. Get with it. And don't be treating anybody however you want to out here. Don't. You don't know who is who. You don't. You do not. Again, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. If somebody's coming at you crazy or negative, don't feed into it. Keep the conversation on your end peaceful, simple, to the point, and keep going about your day. And remove yourself from negativity and toxicity. Remove yourself from all of that. Remove yourself from all of that. Pray in your mind. Pray. Pray is power. Alright? To the next video.